I prepared myself for a needy, moody, hungry wife, pregnant wife. That's exactly what I got. Hey guys, my name is Ruben. I will be a first time dad in 2 months from now, literally. And yeah, I'm just recording videos of my whole process, so enjoy. Today I'm going to talk about how I'm supporting my wife during pregnancy, and let's get right into it. So I broke these down into three, right? So well, I guess two: physically, emotionally, and yeah, that's it. Physically and emotionally, because mentally is kind of emotional. So there you go. You get 2 for 1. So let's start with physical, right? What do I do physically to help support my moody, needy, hungry wife? It's gonna be funny. So I actually take walks with her. I personally love walks, so walking with her just to keep her active, right? It's supposed to help with labor and help you when they deliver. So taking walks is one. Two, I took on more chores. So what I mean by that is like now I'll wash the dishes more frequently. For example, today we're trying out laundry drop off because yeah, I'm not gonna do laundry. I'll fold laundry, but that's as far as I go. So we're trying the laundry drop off now. So kind of getting things out of her plate, right? Such as laundry, doing dishes, sweeping the house, picking up, things like that. So taking on more chores just to give her that peace of mind to just, get home and just relax. Because, you're making a whole human being inside of you. I am also having her cook less. So not that I cook. I can cook. I just don't bother to cook. But I'll actually go out and buy food, right? So cravings that she has, we'll go and just buy some. I'll be like, hey, she's like, oh, I want to cook. I feel like I haven't been cooking. I'm not really supporting. I don't feel like a wife. I'm like, okay, well, forget about that because you're making a baby. Don't worry about that you need to cook, do this, or do whatever. Let's just order food. It's okay. We're all going to live. We can eat cereal at the end of the night if we have to. I told him, like, look, I'll be fine with eating sandwiches and then cereal at night. We can go broke, right? We can eat broke. It's fine. And then I think this is actually a big one for me, which when my wife is sad, I like to be all up in her space and like make her feel better right away. That's just how we are as men, right? Not speaking for myself. Like if someone's upset with me or if she's upset with me, I should say, I'm trying to get her as fast as possible out of being sad with me and just being back to happy. That's just how I am. So physically now I've given her more space, right? Because this pregnancy has brought on a lot of mood swings and she'll be fine right now, and then 5 minutes later, she's like crying, being emotional, perfectly normal. So I just give her space when she needs it, and just let her process her feelings, her emotions, because that's how actually women process their emotions, is just through time. And then when they're ready to talk to you, they'll talk to you. I do have stepkids, and they get picked up from school. So a big part that helped her is me picking up the kids and dropping them off at school when I'm not working. That way it just allows her to just stay in, relax. She'll come home around 2 o'clock, and then you got to pick up the kids by like 3. So I'm like, just go sleep, go nap, because you need your naps. So she'll nap, and then she'll try to wake up and go get them, and I just let her sleep. Then last but not least, I guess this could tie into emotional, right? But just supporting her cravings. So yesterday we were watching, I forget what it's called, like the English Bake Off. I think something like that. Pretty good show. It's about baking, and yeah, so it's kind of like MasterChef but baking, and it's in England, and everyone's nice. So they were doing pies, and guess who was craving pies after that? Yep, you guessed it. So got out some pies, and we just sat down, had all these slices of pies that we got, and she just won a town. I'm like, go for it. So supporting the cravings, physical aspects, that's what I do. That's how I help support my wife during the pregnancy. And now emotional, I did touch on this, but like letting her process her emotions, right? Like a lot of the time she's going to be emotional, she's going to cry, and she's not going to understand why. And it's just hormones. That's the best way to explain it. And for men, it's kind of like, well, what the hell? Why are you sad? Like, the hell, you make no sense. We just operate different, and that's one thing you're really going to have to learn, is that it's okay for you to not understand why she's feeling the way she's feeling. It is. And once I got that in my brain, I'm like, okay, well, just because she's feeling some type of way, and I don't think logically there's a reason for her to feel that type of way, doesn't mean it's not validated, right? It's still a valid reason for whatever she's feeling the way she is. I mean, for God's sake, she's carrying a whole baby inside of her, right? So let her process her emotions and just give her that space, which leads to being patient. You really want to be patient when they're pregnant. I mean, you usually want to be patient all the time, right? I mean, you don't want to be losing your cool while she's, being emotional and crying and going through her whatever she's going through, and then now you being mad and pissed off. So why the hell are you sad? There's no reason to be sad, and now you guys get into an argument. Just, you gotta pick your battles, right? Like, is it worth it? Is you getting into it with her worth it? I'm sure this is common with women that are pregnant. Okay, let me take this back. I'm sure it's common with women, even more so when they're pregnant, is they body shame themselves a lot. Right? My wife's always like, oh, I look so big. I look like a whale and this and that. So I just reassure her. Like, hey, I get it. I understand you feel the way you feel. And you can sit there and tell them, like, you're beautiful. You look amazing. Like, you're sexy. You're hot. Whatever it is. You can tell them that. They don't care. They're not. Like, okay, yes, they care, but no, they don't care because they only care about how they're feeling about themselves in that moment in time. Yes. So you sitting there telling them, like, hey, you're beautiful. It doesn't help. Yes, of course that helps. But it doesn't. It's not going to change how they're feeling. So just be there, And what I tell her is just, I kind of keep reminding her, like, hey, there was this app that she uses that kind of tells you what the body is doing to the baby that certain month or week or whatever it is. So, be like, hey, you're literally making a spine right now. You're making, the baby's hands right now. Like, they start seeing baby videos and all that stuff, and then they get happy, like, oh my God, baby, this and that. But yeah, you have that whole thing inside of you right now. Like, this is why you're feeling the way you're feeling, and this is why you think you're like huge, but like in reality, you're not. It's baby's gonna pop, and this is not a forever thing. So that's what I like to tell my wife is like, hey, like the problems that we're having now, a year from now, we're gonna have a whole set of different problems. And then I brought this up to her. I'm like, look, a year from now, we're going to be planning Ruby's birthday. So Ruby is what we ended up naming our baby that's about to be born. So, because my name is Ruben, get it? Okay, cool. And it's a gem. And it's in July, which is actually the gem of that month. Is it a gem or is it whatever? You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, so just be there, reassure them, and it's a coming and going thing. Like, it's not going to stop, but they get through it, and then they understand that they're going through stuff. To wrap all of this up, at the end of the day, just remember this one thing if you didn't get anything else out of this video. This is not about you, or this is not about me. This is about her. This is about my wife. This is about her being pregnant. Doesn't matter how I feel, what I think, or whatever. It's just about her, the baby, making sure everything's fine. The baby's growing fine. She's going to have everything she needs and just go from there. That's all it is. Just remember that. So if you're going through the same thing I'm going through, just remember this is not about you. Even though, no, not about you. Not the baby shower, not the ultrasound, none of that. Like, this has nothing to do with you, even though you're the dad. But then when the baby pops, now there we go. Now it's our time to shine there. I guess I should mention this. We started watching like these birth videos, and I'll see if I'll link it down below. It was on YouTube. They're like fairly long, and I was like, oh, she's gonna make me watch. I'm like, okay, whatever. So these videos talked about how the body transitions and like when your water breaks, and what happens when a water breaks. Like, do you have to go through the pregnancy? Do you not? So it was actually really cool. So I would link that down below. We actually, take our time and watch those. We'll hang out instead of watching like anime or, just doom scrolling. We just sat there and actually watched a few videos, and really well worth it. I think it's pretty cool. We feel more knowledgeable now. Okay, this came out of you. This means X, Y, and Z. So check that out. And then if you guys like content like this, do me a favor and like the video and subscribe if you guys want to see more stuff like this. Anything else you guys would like for me to talk about, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.